Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Football Critics, S in brackets. Yeah, I'm Johan Mngu. I'm back again. And today, I'm covering the depressing team. Well, both of my teams were depressing in the recent matches, but I'm covering Kaizer Chiefs. I'm covering the Kaizer Chiefs versus Cape Town City match. And yeah, again, Kaizer Chiefs lost. Kaizer Chiefs lost. But my actual thoughts on the game was like, first off, incredible. The first half was incredible because we had a lot of like good moments. We played in a 4-3-3 with Umtetwa, the deepest player, Castillo and Umar as the two attacking players. And like we had principles, ne? We had principles, we pressed well, we counter pressed well, and we played a lot of wing patterns, wing movements. We tried to pass the ball through the wings and attack and advance through the wings. And the first half was actually good. I was very impressed, not by the standard of performance, not by anything else, but by the principles that we see. The principle that we saw there, we saw, as I said, the pressing, which is something like it points to the greater good. Actually, it's like a silver lining to this bad result. I think it's a silver lining, and I think Umulefe, we can actually see for the first time, for me, for the first time, we can actually see what is happening in training. They are training these wing movements. They are training playing from the back. They are training like keeping the ball, even though it's useless possession because they moved the ball like around the back four, and it wasn't incisive. It wasn't attacking. It wasn't like chance creation possession, but it's just possession, just to keep the ball, build the confidence of the players, and then from then on, boom, you find the perfect moment when Cape Town City are sleeping. You find the perfect moment, find the perfect pass to the strikers. But the sad thing is, in the second half, we couldn't maintain that. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know whether the players don't trust the process, the coaches don't trust the process. I don't know why. If we played with the same like possession football, counter pressing, counter attacking, wing movements, Cape Town City were actually going to break. I'm pretty sure of that. They were actually going to break. But yeah, blood went to the head. Unsegi was afraid of was afraid of being attacked again. Yeah, so I think that's why he played this Skopenach football. That's what it's called in Afrikaans. They are kicking the ball and running, kicking the ball and running. It was exactly the same thing. It was exactly the same thing. But for me, just trust the process. Keep calm. Have Mtetwa on the ball. Have Castillo dropping sometimes. Have Matt dropping. The wingers were inside first half so perfectly. Lantuza, Frosla was overlapping. It was so beautiful, but we just needed to perfect it. We just needed to refine it. But it's going to take time. But if the first half is a marker, I think if it's the perfect marker, I think we should just like give Nseki some time and wait and see what's happening and see what's going to happen. I think, I mean, from the first half alone, I think it's actually good. Second half was all terrible. I know I'm changing my tone. I said Nseki out, and I've always been like Nseki out kind of guy, but right now the first half was so good. I don't know what's happening. You know what? A thought just came to my head. You know what? I think that's Calvin Johnson. I think that's Calvin Johnson's influence. Calvin Johnson is now, I think, head of academy, something like that. Stupid role, nje, with no pressure. So he is our head of academy. Kabanga, Calvin Johnson, a guy who's won the Champions League with Al, who's coached the Platinum Stars, all the big names, head of academy. Okay, he is actually good at it, but he should be our coach. So my theory is Calvin Johnson had an effect on this first half performance because it can't be just in from nowhere that we playing this principled football 4-3-3, counter pressing, wing movement, keeping the ball. I think first half was Calvin Johnson written all over it. His fingerprints were there. It's actually Calvin Johnson's performance the first half. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm 100% sure of that. And also his appointment, I don't think Kaizer Chiefs appointed him to be head of academy. I think they're pretty smart with it. I think they're pretty smart. They're pretty sly. They are going to integrate Calvin Johnson slowly but surely by January. If Unsegi continues on flopping by January, you'll see this guy will be our head coach, and Unsegi will fuck off back to the head of academy role. Will fuck off back to the academy role. I think it's Calvin Johnson. I'm 100% convinced it's Calvin Johnson. But now Unsegi doesn't have the patience with these Uzwane and Shepard. I'm tired of those guys. Those guys don't have the patience to let this football play on until the 70th minute without a goal, until the 80th minute without a goal, because they're not used to this kind of football. Bona bajwayele iskope enarhe nje, send the ball outward, cross the ball, and covers pumule and kick and hope. Basically, that's their football. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it from me. I'm looking at my notes now. There's nothing much in apart from, like, normally Kaizer Chiefs, if we can't create through open play, we usually score ngama set piece. Back in the day, about Tefo Mashamaite, about Eric Matoho, those guys, Tefo Mashamaite won the play of the season, I think. Yeah, play of the season by scoring goals. He's scoring goals like only a striker would dream to score. Like, why are we not going back to our roots? We almost won the 2019, I think, league by set plays by Castro and Nurkovic. Ama set plays, ama crosses. Why don't we go to our route? If you can't play, if you can't play and don't have the patience to play and find the right moment through open play, dlala ama set piece. Play through set pieces. That is the easiest way, and that is the simplest way to relieve pressure on the strikers. Simplest way for me. And we have the people to do that. We have Abongobo, we have Otitlok, we have Umsimang. We have the people to do that, to score the goals and hopefully relieve the pressure from the strikers. Yeah, guys, I think that's all from me. On Cape Town City's side, for me, they're pretty disappointing. Cape Town City. Imagine you blame Ambina and Mukeke in the same team. Yeah, they're pretty disappointing. I think they are far off from what Benny McCarthy made them. They are far off from challenging the top four teams. They are far off from winning a trophy. Well, same as Chiefs, but I'm not criticizing them because they won against us. I'm not bitter, but I think the performances are just too boring. I don't know what Tinkler is doing there. I love him so much, but I don't know what Tinkler is doing. And yeah, I think that's all from me today. See you next time. Danko.